Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're learning how to make this wrap skirt. So I actually got inspiration from Pinterest and then I decided to give it a try. So here is the outcome. Tell me what you think in the comment section, and then if you're stopping by for the first time, my name is Lillian. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe and then turn on the notification bell so you get notified anytime I post a new video. So guys, if you're here to follow me on Instagram, please do it to follow me. Address to Fit by Lillian. Thank you so much. Also recommend my video to your friends. Like, comment, share. Thank you. Let's get into it.
So I already have a pattern here. This is my center front pattern, my center front skirt pattern, which I drafted on fold, as you can see. Okay, so this is 1.5 inch as my band. So I came down by 1.5 inch as my band, and then I added my dart. Though we are not going to sew off that, we are going to close it off on our pattern. Then my knee line, and then this is the full length. So for the full length, I'm actually using 46. So for the full length, I'm using 46 inches. Whatever works for you, okay? Whatever you use as your waist to full length, go ahead and use it. So this is for the center front, and then this is it for the back. Okay, so for the back pattern, I also drafted it on fold. And then this is also my band, 1.5 inch band, which we are going to cut off. And then this is it for my zipper allowance. And then I added 1 inch sewing allowance. So hope this is clear. So just draft your center front on fold and also have two of your back pattern, as you can see. So I'm going to set the back pattern off for now. So the first thing we are going to be doing is we are going to cut off our band. We are also going to do the same thing to the back pattern. We are also going to cut off the band. So I'm going to set this aside so that we can actually concentrate on the front piece. So for the front piece, what we are going to do, you are going to come over. Remember, this is my knee line. Okay, so you are going to come over from your knee line. You are going to go up by 4 inches. Okay, from your knee line, go up by 4 inches, and then come over to your full length or your floor length, whatever you call it, full length or floor length. So I'm going to go up by 4 inches like this. For my allowance, I went out by 4 inches. So when you are done with that, you're going to take your straight ruler. You're going to take your straight ruler, and then you are going to connect. Just going to connect it like that. Cut off this point. So after cutting it off, we are going to cut out on our fabric, and then we'll bring the whole pattern back. Cut this out. So by the time you cut this out, please keep this very well. Okay, we are still going to join these back together. So I'm going to set this aside. And for the back pattern, you have your back pattern like this. Let's set your back pattern like this. So set your back pattern like this. So let's say we are joining the right side facing the right side. Remember, this will be the right side. So if we are joining the right side facing the right side, at the end of the day, this point that we have this here is going to be on this side of the pattern. I don't know if that makes sense. Okay, so this point that we have here is going to be on this side of the pattern. Align it. Okay, so make sure you are aligning it. Make sure they are aligned, and then we are going to mark. Okay. So just mark it, as you can see, just mark it that way, and then take this off. Okay, straight it off like this. We are also going to cut this part of the back. We are going to set this part of the back aside. Then this down part of the back, set it aside, and then we are going to cut out this upper part and then this other side on our fabric. So guys, so hope this is making sense. So by the time we are joining it right side facing the right side, we are going to be having something like this. So we are going to be having something like this, okay, at one side of the back. We are going to cut out these two pieces on our fabric. Guys, as for the dart, we are not going to sew the dart. So what we are going to do is we are going to close off your dart, okay? So come over here, do the same thing. At this point, that will slash, and then you are going to add half inch allowance. After adding your half-inch allowance, go ahead and then cut out. So at this point, there's something I want you to do. You are going to trim this edge. So just kind of like curve this edge. Okay, so just curve it like this. Okay, so just kind of like curve this point so that it won't look somehow after sewing. So watch what I'm doing. So we are just going to like curve it. Okay, as you can see, this point is no longer pointy as it used to be. So this is it. Okay, so what we are going to do, we are going to set this aside, and then we are going to cut out the other side of the bag. So the same thing we did with the front piece, we are going to do the same thing with the back. So you are also going to close off your darts. And we are also going to cut out. So remember to also leave out 1/2 inch at the down. This is it. So what you are going to do now, you are going to cut out the lining for both pieces. So guys, this is it. Okay, so I already cut out my lining, as you can see. So cut out your lining, and then after cutting out your lining, what we are going to do, just remove your pattern. So whatever you took off, you are going to replace it. Okay, so remember we actually cut out from here, so you are going to place it together and then use your tape and then tape them together. Okay, so this is it. So I'm going to set it aside. We're also going to do the same thing. Okay, so also tape them together. This is it. So we have taped this whole point now. So I'm going to set the back aside. So what we are going to do from the front piece after taping it back. So at this point, it actually depends on you. It's your choice. It depends on what you want. So I'm going to come down by 1.5 inch. So from your hip line, come down by 1.5 inch. So watch what I'm going to do carefully. So just take your curve ruler, then you're going to do something like this. Connect it from that point to that 1.5 inch, like so. Okay, so just connect it from your side straight to that 1.5 inch. So hope this is clear. So when you're done doing that, you're going to come over here, come over to your full length. So remember on this side we went out by 4 inch. So you are going to do the same thing here, also go out by 4 inch. After doing that, you are going to carefully connect. So you are going to connect it to that point. So what we are going to do now, you are going to add 1/2 inch round it and then cut out. So guys, this is it. Okay, so guys, I want to actually correct something. Remember we are going to cut out like this, like this, like this. Okay, so I don't think there is no need of this getting to the side. Remember, this is our allowance, and then we are going to sew this off, and then this other side is going to come in as wrap. So instead of us taking it to our allowance, we are going to stop at our exact measurement. I don't know if what I'm saying makes sense. So watch what I'm going to do. Let's not take it to our allowance, so let's just stop it here. Okay, so just stop it here and then blend it in. Okay guys, so hope you understand what I just did. So let's stop it here instead of taking it to our allowance. That is exactly what I just did. So what you are going to do now, just add your 1/2 inch from that point. You're going to go ahead, then I'm going to cut out. So this is it. So what we are going to do next now, we are going to cut out this on our fabric, then cut out this other back on our fabric, and then cut out this other side on our fabric. Okay, so we are going to cut the 2 back pattern, and then we are also going to cut this out. So let's go ahead and do that. So I actually place my back pattern on fold. That is because I want to cut out 2 pieces at a go. So I'll go ahead and then cut out. So guys, this is it for this. So remember, you are also going to close off your dart. My dart is still closed, as you can see. So what you are going to do, you are also going to cut that lining. Okay, also cut that lining that you are going to use for this particular piece. It's actually into 2. I placed my fabric on fold, so I have 2 pieces here. So I'm going to set it aside. So guys, after pinning that, you're also going to go ahead and then cut out. So this is it. So remember what we did with the other piece. So you are going to come over here at the edge here, and then you are going to kind of trim. You are going to kind of curve this point just like we did with the other piece. You don't want to leave it like this. You don't want to leave it pointy like this. So just carefully curve it. It's okay like this. So we are going to go ahead and then cut out your lining. Okay, so cut out your lining. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll bring the whole piece back. So guys, I already cut out my lining. Okay, so this is it. I already cut out my lining for the back piece. So this is it for this other side. Okay, so this is it for the whole piece. Remember the part we cut out before. Okay, this part of the back, and then also this center front. Hope we recall this part that we cut out. Hope this is not confusing. Okay, remember this part that we cut out also, which is the center front, and then this is it for lining. So guys, what we are going to do now, I'm going to take off the lining. Okay, so this is the lining. I'm going to set it aside. Then I'm also going to set the lining of this piece aside. What you are going to do now, you're going to come over here, right side facing the right side. Then you are going to pin down. So this is it for the main fabric. So you are going to go ahead now over to your machine, and then you are going to join by 1 inch. So you are also going to bring back your back piece. So this is my back piece. So this is it for the back piece. So what you are going to do with the back piece, you're also going to join it right side facing the right side. So let me take the rest off. So what you are going to do with the back piece, so also join it right side facing the right side. So guys, so hope this is not confusing. So guys, what we are going to do now, you are going to go over to your machine. You are going to join at this point by 1 inch. Okay, and then we are also going to come over here at this point. We are going to join by 1 inch. So I'm going to set this aside, and then I'll also bring in my lining. So bring in your lining. We are going to do the same thing with the lining. On that piece, we are also going to join our lining that way. So guys, this is it. So you are going to bring in the other side of the back. Okay, bring in the other side of the back. We are also going to do the same thing. Also join it. This is it. So what we are going to do, just like we are going to join the other piece, join at this point by 1 inch. Okay, and then come over here, also join at this point by 1 inch. So I'll go ahead and do that, and then I'll bring both pieces back. So guys, this is it after sewing. Okay, so I already went ahead to sew. This is it. Okay, just like I instructed us, this is it. I already joined. So this is the main fabric, and then this is the lining. I already also did this. I did the same thing with the lining. Okay, so what we are going to do now, so guys, you know, on a norm we are supposed to take off some inches from the down, but because of the way the down is shaped, if we take off some inches, it's not going to align well with the front piece. Okay, so it's not going to align well with the main piece. So what we are going to do, we are just going to turn it over, and then we are going to join right side facing the right side. Okay, so just turn it over, and then we are going to join right side facing the right side. Okay, so to maintain the shape we have at the down, we are not going to take off any inches. I'm going to show us how we are going to hem it so that our lining will not be showing up at the down. So guys, when you come over at the side here, just open it up like this. Make sure they are aligning. Make sure they are aligning, and then pin down. So guys, this is it after pinning down. Okay, this is the right side, and then this is the inside. Okay, so this is it after pinning down. So what we are going to do now, you're going to go over to your machine. when you come over by the side, you're going to join by 0.1. Okay, so don't join it too much at the side. Remember, we are going to turn it before joining so that you not reduce your allowance for sewing. So come over here, join by 0.1. So by the time you come over here, join by ½ inch. When you come over here, also join by ½ inch, and then at the down, join by ½ inch. So when you come over to the side, join by 0.1. Okay, so side by side, join by 0.1. Then at this point, go ahead and join by ½ inch, and then at the down, go ahead and join by ½ inch. Okay, so when you are done doing that, what you are going to do, you are going to turn everything out from this point. So turn it out from your waistline. So after turning it from your waistline, just go ahead and top stitch. So hope this is clear. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll bring it back. So guys, this is it after sewing. Okay, so remember, like I instructed, I asked us to join round, and then we turn it out from the waistline, and then from that point we'll top stitch. So I turn everything out from the waistline, and then I top stitch, as you can see. So guys, remember, we did not take out any inches from the down. So what we are going to do, as you can see, if you take a look at this point, you see that it's a bit stiff. That is because I actually iron it with hemming gum, and then I push the lining a bit. I make sure that the lining is not showing up on the right side, as you can see, and then I use hemming gum to hold it together. So hope this is clear. So what we are going to do now, we are going to set this aside. This is it. So we are going to set this aside, and then we are going to bring in the other piece. So remember, we still have this pattern. Just bring this out. So this is it for the lining, and then this is it for the main piece. So you are going to bring the other back pattern. So remember, it was 3 back pieces we cut out, 1 short one and 2 long back piece. So what you are going to do, you are going to bring the other side of the back piece, and then you are going to join it like this, right side facing the right side. So this is it. So what you are going to do, you are going to go over to your machine and then join by 1 inch. Okay, so go over to your machine and join at this point by 1 inch. So we are going to do the same thing with the lining. Guys, this is it for the lining. So we are also going to join by 1 inch at this point. So I'll go ahead and do that, and then I'll bring both pieces back. Just like I instructed, I already joined. This is the lining. So what we are going to do now, we are going to join it right side facing the right side, and then pin down. So guys, this is it after pinning down. So what you are going to do now, you are going to go over to your machine, okay, and then you are going to join at the down by ½ inch, come over at the side, also join by ½ inch, and then at this point, remember, this is our center back. So at this point, you are going to join by 0.1. okay, join by 0.1, 0.2, so we won't shorten the 1 inch allowance that we have at the center back. And then when you come over to the waistline, we are going to leave out about 2 to 3 inches. So leave out about 2 to 3 inches. I'm just going to leave out 3 inches. So leave out about 2 to 3 inches, and then what you are going to do from that point, you are going to join also to the down. Okay, so hope this is clear. So leave this part out. We are going to turn. So everything you have, we are going to bring it out from here. So I'll go ahead and do that, and then I'll bring it back. So guys, this is it after sewing, just like I instructed us. Okay, so I already sew, and then as you can see, I also added my hemming gum to this point to actually hold it together, so the lining will not be coming out at the right side. Okay, so this is it, and then this is the point where I turn. Okay, remember, I asked us to leave out about 3 inches at this point. This is where I turn. So what we are going to do now, you are going to bring in the other piece. Okay, so remember, this was the first piece we actually joined together. So remember, this was the first piece we joined together. So what we are going to do, we are going to bring this in now. Okay, so watch carefully what we are going to do. So this other piece that we just stitched now, you are going to join it to this short side of it. So take it and then join it to this side of it, then pin down. So guys, hope this is not confusing. So the last piece that we just stitch now, we are going to add it to the short side of it. So you are going to add it to this short side. Okay, so hope this is not confusing. So this is it after pinning down. So what we are going to do, just just come over. Okay, watch carefully. This is it. So just come over like this and then pin it down. Okay, you are going to pin both center back down. So guys, so this is it. So hope this is not confusing. And so we are going to turn it out now. So after doing that, so this is it. This is what it will look like. Okay, so this is it for this other side. You know, this side is actually coming in as wrap. Okay, this side is coming in as wrap, as you can see. So I'm going to show us how we are going to join the band. Okay, so remember at the beginning of this video I actually removed 1.5 inch as my band. This band is actually 4 inches, and then I added ST to it. So I'm going to sew off 1/2 inch, and then I'll be left with 1.5 inch. Okay, so what we are going to do, so come over at the back. So this is how you are going to join your band. So watch carefully what I'm going to do. Remember, I asked us to actually leave out 3 inches at the back. So remember, I asked us to leave out 3 inches here. So what we are going to do, just place your band like this. Place your band and then pin down. Okay, so we are trying to pin down the 3 inches that we actually left behind here. Okay, so guys, after pinning the 3 inches down, all you need to do is to leave this point out. Okay, so just leave this point out, take it out, and then pin on the rest of your waistline. Okay guys, so hope this is clear. So you are going to go over to your machine now, and then we are going to sew the band by 1/2 inch. Okay, so you are going to go over to your machine, sew the band by 1/2 inch, and then you are also going to sew your center back. Okay, so remember to leave out space for your zipper. Okay, because we are here to add zipper, so leave out space for your zipper. Okay, and then join the center back by 1 inch or whatever inches you added as your allowance. I'll go ahead and do as I've instructed, and then I'll bring it back. So guys, so this is it. Okay, so I went ahead to add my band. So this is it for my band, and then this is it for the back. So I already added my band. So remember, like I said, we are going to stop stitching your band at about 3 inches. Remember, I took out 1 inch for my band for my zipper allowance. Okay, so this is how it is here. Okay, so for this side that is going to come in as wrap, this is where I actually stop facing band, as you can see. So I left the other part of it just like I instructed us. So this is the finishing. So all you need to do is to bring this and then wrap this like this. Okay, so this is the end of this video. Okay, so this is the finished look. So guys, I'm planning on actually styling this with this fancy button. So tell me what you think in the comment section, if I should use it or just leave it the way it is. So if it is better off plain or using this fancy button. So tell me what you think in the comment section. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on my next video. Thank you.